we're making breaded tenders today. As a matter of fact, we're making easy breaded tenders. So let's get started. Alright, so the first step is to prepare the breadcrumbs. I like to spice them up a little bit, add a little oregano, and then also add a little adobo, so it'll increase the flavor later on. And then add in a couple of tablespoons rather, of Parmesan cheese, grated, and then just take a fork and get them all mixed up pretty thoroughly. Alright, so we have a mixture of breadcrumbs, we have a little oregano, some adobo, and some grated Parmesan. Right, that'll make for some great flavor later on. Alright, so the next step is to dry out the chicken tenders. They usually come quite moist, and we want to get them on the dry side. So just a couple of paper towels and dry them out. Do the paper towel flip. Dry them out some more. And then we just want to season with some salt and pepper. I want to flip them over again. Get the other side. And there you have it, ready for breading. All right, now for the breading. You just take the tender and I dip them in mayonnaise and get them good and covered with some mayo, and then see how the breading kind of just adheres right to the tender. Now I used to do that whole egg and milk and flour mixture, but that just got a little too messy, you know. So I ended up discovering that mayonnaise works pretty well and not as messy. And the other thing I figured out is I also used to do this with my hands until I realized, you know what, I could actually do this, with a fork. And again, avoid the mess. So yeah, you just keep on coating them with the mayo. Now this is a finer grain breadcrumb. I usually use panko, but just happen to have this finer grain. So whatever you want to use is fine. Just use your favorite breadcrumb. And the pankos are a little bit bigger grain of breadcrumb. All right, so got the pan all warmed up. Put in a bit of olive oil. And then we start laying in the tenders. Yeah, that's what we want to hear. We want to hear a little sizzling going on. You know your pan is good and hot. So you just want to lay them in. Now they will shrink up a little bit, not much, so you can get them nice and close to each other. Maybe I'll squeeze one more in the corner there. A little more olive oil in there. I must confess, sometimes I do overdo it with the olive oil. So you want to let them cook without turning over for about 4 minutes. Alright, it's been about 4 minutes and starting to get that little bit of golden brown. Now you notice tenders in the middle here tend to get a little done quicker. I guess the center heat comes through the pan, so I tend to move those off to the side after the flip. And just need to give them about another 4 minutes and we'll be ready.